Hello everyone and welcome to a special Channel 3 sports presentation, Central Mass Champions Salute to the Clark Tournament. It's the 63rd annual Clark Invitational Basketball Tournament, largely believed to be the third oldest high school basketball tournament in the country, the oldest in New England. For more on the history of this great high school basketball tournament, we got a chance to sit down with Clark Tournament historian Dave Wilbur.
Clark Tournament was started in 1939 by a group of principals who were discouraged that small Central Mass schools couldn't get into either the Bay State Tournament or the New England Catholic Conference Tournament or the Western Mass Tournament. So they get together and they, in conjunction with Clark University, formed the current Clark High School Basketball Tournament. As far as we can tell, we're the third oldest invitational tournament in the United States. We're sure that we're the oldest in New England. We're certainly in the top 5 in the United States. In 39, when they started the tournament, it was basically set up in 2 divisions. The Blackstone Valley League was 1 division. There was Millbury and Northbridge and Shrewsbury and Westboro. There were 8 teams. And then they had a 4-team invitational. In fact, the first year they invited Spalding High School, which is actually in Rochester, New Hampshire, to play. Most of the schools, this is what they peak for. Their league is important and who they play is important, but you know, they can't wait for that phone call to say you're invited to play in the Clark Tournament.
The Clark atmosphere is the best you're going to get. I think it's 5 times better than districts. I mean, everybody's watching you, cheering on for you, and it's just a great feeling when you get on the court.
It's undescribable. It's one of the biggest floors I've ever played on. It feels like you're in a college, you know, because you are. It's something you're going to enjoy, and I'll never forget it.
Some people think that our rules are kind of archaic. We read a sportsmanship code at the beginning that was adopted in 1939 that I guess the Clark Tournament Committee kind of borrowed from the State College Coaches Association. The nice thing is the constancy of the Clark Tournament. I mean, you don't have things change drastically from year to year. One of the biggest goals that we have is to raise scholarship money. And any incoming freshman who goes to Clark University is eligible for the scholarships. And it's basically set up straight on financial aid. And any of the students from any of the 41 schools that are eligible for the Clark Tournament are automatically part of this pool that we select from. Brad Monroe said it very well the other night when he talked about it doesn't matter if you're the number 1 seed in your bracket or the number 8 seed. We've had a lot of number 1 seeds lose their opening round games. And most people know it doesn't matter where you seeded, you get that first game, you got to get by and to get to the second round. I mean, you could talk to guys, they can pick out a game, whatever school that they've been affiliated with, and there's always a game that's considered an upset. But there really aren't any upsets at Clark.
Right away, we'll take you to the action this year's Clark Tournament small school quarterfinals. Clinton and North Brookfield. Second half, North Brookfield's Jeff Sandman using the pick, draining the jumper, and Jeff's not done. Enter the Sandman. Pretty drive and reverse layup, cutting the Clinton lead to 12 at 58 to 46. Down the other end, Chris McNally with the scoop, and the Gales are up 64-57. Then it's Justin Folger with 2 of his 26. Clinton wins it 80 to 59. Now, as we move along, it is Nipmuc and Maynard. First half, Brian Wood for Nipmuc, draining the long baseline jumper, and the Warriors off to a good start. Maynard countering. Patrick Bishop with 3 of his 13. The Tigers are within 6. Maynard playing without the leading scorer in Central Mass, Justin Hotchkiss, who broke his thumb. And here come the Warriors. Pat Makradakis with the drive for 2. It's got to be the shoes money. He had 10 points. Again, Maynard firing back. Sean Morgan with the 3 ball. He had 11. Tigers within 7. The seesaw affair continuing. Jack Mahoney, the hoop and the hack. That's a pretty play. More Nipmuc. Chris Hadfield, the captain, with the steal. He's going coast to coast. Nipmuc wins it by 10, 49-39. Now to Sutton and Hopedale. It's a great rivalry. The Sammies have so many Clark tourney titles. Second half, Aaron Deletti to Barrett Zock for a tough 2 underneath for Hopedale. Sutton answering back. Some good passing, and Todd Petkus, who was 1 rebound shy of a double-double, knocking down the jumper. Petkus had 16 points. Sutton wins it 62-42. Bromfield and Oxbridge. Oxbridge looking for the big upset. They swing it around the horn. Ed Jamison with the 3-ball, and the Spartans are within 1 at the end of the first half. Bromfield's Brendan Noonan misses. Jeff Harrisamowitz with the rebound. He scores, and we're all tied up. Then it's Uxbridge's Scott Gibson. The long jumper, 2 of his 10 points. Spartans within 1. Anthony Landini, tremendous football player, tremendous hoop player, going right down the middle. Sweet drive. Noonan then zipping one inside to David Butterfield, showing off the touch on the turnaround jumper. Noonan to Butterfield once more. David losing the handle, gets it back, the hoop, and he's fouled. Count it. Bromfield up by 3. Butterfield at 21 points, 11 boards. Bromfield wins 64 to 50.
Being the #1 seed sort of gave us a little too much confidence. We thought we could come in here and we'd win no matter what. So in the first half, we were pretty stale. And we were just, in the second half, luckily, a switch to man-to-man from zone really gave us a little bit of extra energy, and we could get a lead under us, and then luckily the clock ran out on it.
Seeded 5th, we knew we were going to be underdogs, so we went out there playing as physical as we could, playing hard. We knew we had to go at them early. We knew we had to go them hard, so we just played as hard as we could, as physical as we could. We know it was going to be a tough game because they had 5 days to prepare for us.
Free throws was the key today. We knocked those down. I've never won a Clark game before, so this is a big feeling. And I feel we peaked in the last couple of games, and we're going to continue to do so.
With Maynard having, I think Hotchkiss out, I think it was his name, that was big, because we've been hearing about him all season, like 31 points, but having him down, that gave us an extra boost, and we just came out and played like we were the past few games.
I think the team came in expecting to play well. After our loss last year, being up by 18, we didn't want to experience that again. So I think coming in, being the favorites, we were really pumped up for this game, and it's something you play for all season. And I think that's the reason we played good today. I think we knew that we were going to have to be coming out and be aggressive and not worry about the atmosphere as much as we have to worry about the game itself. And I think we did a good job in doing that today, spreading the ball out and playing good defense and not worrying about what the crowd or the other team was doing. I think we did a good job just playing our game.
Now we move on to the large school quarters, Northbridge and Quabbin. Northbridge firing it up early. Brian Steele with the 3, and the Rams up 5-2. Quabbin answering. Alan Crane with the tiptoe steal, gets it ahead to Kyle Perez for the lay-in. He had 10 points. More first half action. Jim Archibald to Luke Burdett to Matt Crevice. Nice low post move. Northbridge in control early. They led by 3 at the half. Crevice 11 points on 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Now second half. Perez, nice look to Crane, who finishes for Quabbin. Northbridge answering right back with their leading scorer Brian Steele, but this time he's dishing inside. Archibald the layup, count the hoop, like the headband for the football captain. Then it's Michael Romanian to Burdett. Northbridge celebrating. They're up 8 with 12 minutes to go. Burdett had 12. But wait a minute. Quabbin is not done. Michael Zabbage with the rebound and score. Quabbin's up by 1, 42-41. Northbridge steal ahead to Burdett. The hoop and the hack. Northbridge is up by 1. The Rams are pumped. Then Northbridge up 3. Jack Samick, the low post, and it's a 1-point game. Quabbin coming back again. Curtis Stillman, 3-point bank shot. Quabbin wins it 59-56. So now we check in on Oxford and Algonquin. The Pirates coming in unbeaten on the season and coming out on fire. Tyler Hopkins, Jeremy Urella, the baseline jumper. Then it's Ross Coughlin, the 3-pointer. Oxford up 9-1 with 7:35 left in the first half. Algonquin trying to answer back. Tim Kennedy, their leading scorer. Floater in the lane. The first field goal for the T-Hawks came with 6:58 left in the half. Jim Donnelly likes the Pirates' effort. Coughlin down low to Mark Ritalik. Ritalik working hard. He had 14 points and 11 boards. Algonquin, Josh Sturgeon, little shorty, and the T-Hawks hanging tough. And then it's Kennedy showing off the skills. Pull-up jumper. Algonquin within 2. Kennedy had 16 points. More T-Hawks. Brett Berberian. And Algonquin's up by 1, 8 points and 6 boards for Berberian. Under a minute to go. Charlie Cooper, Super Coop. Only points of the game. T-Hawks win it 48-36. 43. Now Shepard Hill and Westboro, a great rivalry. Ben Davis for the Rams, getting things started. He had 21 points. More Shepard Hill. Paul Gamache with a 3. He had 8 points, and it's still a close game at this point. Then Westboro's sharpshooter, Dan Brady, stepping up, sticking the tray. He had 27 points and 8 rebounds. Quincy Nunnally for the Rangers. The steal and layup, 10 points, 8 boards for him. Westboro has so many weapons. Bud Clark working the low post. Then it's Brady ahead to Salucci. Nice look, and Westboro wins at 73-55. So now we check in on Groton Dunstable, the #1 seed, taking on Southbridge, the Pioneers. So tough. It's Groton coming out early. Greg Twomey on the low post, 9 points, 6 boards for him. Twomey again. Strong move to the hoop for a pair. Then Southbridge says, it's time we make a move. Derek Thompson with the 3, bringing the Pioneers back. He had 18 points. Tyrone Hawley, just a youngster. The hoop and the foul. Southbridge is up by 1. Groton Dunstable answering right back. Elias Erickson with the hoop. And more from the Crusaders. Nick Tornaritis. The long 3 at the end of the half puts Groton Dunstable up by 5. Second half, Groton Dunstable, Dylan Holmes with the hoop. Dunstable wins at 73-66.
We lost in the last minute of play to the #1 seed, Groton Dunstable. And we led the whole way and lost in the last minute. So it was a devastating loss for us last year. So we wanted to come back and win a game or two and just essentially just purge that demon.
I think the heart of this team was really, it was shown today. We knew that it was in there the whole time, but just came out today in perfect timing in that second half, and it just worked out for us.
I thought we played better defense in the second half. I thought we moved the ball offensively better and pushed it up the floor. We didn't walk it up the floor like we did a little bit, a few times in our first half. Other than that, we played like we had played all year, and we're really peaking at the right time. I think we played really well the last 6 games.
Few upsets in the quarterfinals. What would the semis hold? Well, that's coming up next as our Central Mass champions salute to the Clark tournament continues. We're back, everyone, right away. Let's get to the action. Small school semis, Nipmuc and Clinton. And Nipmuc coming out firing early. Jack Mahoney off the nice feed from Chris Hadfield. More Warriors. Pat Makradakis missing the shot, but Mahoney's there. Nipmuc out of the gate early. Clinton coach Tony Gannon looking to stem the tide. However, it is the Warriors continuing with the hot hand. Hadfield coast to coast for the layup. Then here comes Clinton, one of their most outstanding players. Kiki DeSormes, the layup, and he is fouled. He's a tremendous player. More Clinton. Matt Backerless off the nice feed from Jeff Bonsi. Then Nipmuc answering. Alex Hayes with the long 3 from the corner. And it's Makradakis taking the feed from Hadfield, going strong to the hoop, drawing the contact, count the bucket, and he's fouled. And Jim Grant likes what he sees from the Nipmuc bench. More Warriors. Jason Talbot with the lay-in. Nipmuc up 11 at the half. Clinton coming back. DeSormes with the miss. Mahoney with the rebound. And Makradakis going coast to coast. So just like that, the Warriors can hit you in so many ways. Hadfield grabs his own miss, goes in for the layup. Nipmuc wins at 64-53.
Yeah, I mean, we expected to go this far, but still when it happens, yeah, you lost of words. I mean, especially with this up and down season, we've turned it on as of late, but I mean, to be in the Clark finals, yeah, that's just, I mean, I'm lost of words right now. I can't believe that just happened.
Mr. Grant's, one of his comments is always, you got to win the first 3 minutes and the last 3 minutes of the second half. And we won the first 3 minutes and we won the last 3 minutes of the half. So it's his strategy. We just kind of did what we were told and we did it. And it gave us a huge lead.
We've had a lot of runs over the years in the tournament. That's right. This is a team that has played well of late. It seems that there's not much experience here for a team that's in a tournament. Hadfield and Macrodakis were on the last time we were here, which was 2 years ago. We didn't come last year. So no one else has been on the Clark floor except those two kids. So we didn't know what to expect. This feels really good in that we probably didn't expect to be in the Clark final. And I know coaches shouldn't be saying that, but we've come up here before where we've expected to get to the second round and get to the Clark championship. This is a team that's played well as of late.
Our team didn't exactly get in it tonight. We struggled on some of our defense, but tried to maintain our offense, but it just didn't come, you know. We continued to play, but we just couldn't keep up with them tonight. We didn't have the confidence we had in the first round.
So we move on to the other semifinal, Bromfield and Sutton. Bromfield, such a talented team. Jeff Harrisamois down low to David Strickland, who gets the turnaround for Bromfield. Then it's Jim Setterland for Sutton. With the long three, Setterland had 9 points. More Sammies, Todd Petkus. The Petkus family has a ton of Clark titles. Still more Sammies. Ryan Tappan with the steal ahead to Tim Raymond for the layup. Raymond had 9 points and 7 boards, but the Trojans coming back. Brendan Noonan to David Butterfield, the hoop and the harm, 19 points for Butterfield. Then Butterfield's a brick wall, causes the turnover. Chapin Hansen, the layup, and count the bucket. More Bromfield. Noonan to Butterfield to Harrisamois, the layup beating the press. Sutton coming back, Tappan. Down low, going right through the defense. The Sammies have the heart of a champion. But Butterfield, how tough is he down low? The rebound, couple up fakes, showing off the touch. Bromfield up 29-18 at the half. More Butterfield in the second half. The baby hook, he's unstoppable. Sutton hanging tough. Tappan to Raymond. But Butterfield again. The baby hook, Bromfield wins it 59-37.
I'm very proud of my kids. Sutton came out and shot the ball real well. We had to switch to our man-to-man defense, and we did it really well. And then what I thought we did very well was we were patient on offense. We got the ball. We executed the game plan. We wanted to go down low. We didn't think they could match up with our big guys. And the kids executed. I can't say enough about them. They were terrific.
They say that they had a dynasty and they know how to win championships, but we feel like it's our turn. They've done a great job over the past couple of years, decade or so. But we feel like it's our time now, and I think it's the start of something special.
I think the main thing was Sutton came in here pretty cocky. They kept on calling themselves Dynasty, and we kind of tried to overlook that. That's not what we were trying to make a game. We were trying to make a game of words, basically. But they came in over cocky, and we've done the same thing we've done the entire year. We played as a team.
We started off real close. Tough physical battle. Then we just started blowing them out, and then we were up half about 11. And I don't think I scored for about 10 minutes, so we just went on a run and flew.
On to the large school semis, Algonquin and Quabbin. Algonquin's DJ Corbett getting the proceedings started with the three. Dead solid, perfect. Quabbin answering. Kyle Perez to PJ Coppolino, the jump hook. Then Josh Sturgeon. Nice look to Brett Berberian. Berberian 12 points and 9 rebounds. More Algonquin. Corbett with the baseline jumper, he had 8 points. Tim Kennedy, though, the leading scorer for the T-Hawks. Off the dribble, pull-up jumper, tough shot. He makes it look so easy. 16 and 7 for Kennedy. Curtis Stillman bringing the Panthers right back in it. The hoop +1, he had 6. Then Dylan Grams going down low to Berberian. That's good court vision. Dan Simon, the captain, with the steal. He'll take it himself for the layup. Algonquin leads it by 10, 35-25 at the half. More Algonquin in the second. Berberian, the low post move through 3 players. Then it's Nate Berberian, Brett's younger brother, with the big block. Corbett, the 3. Algonquin wins it 62-44.
Shooting in practice. We do our extra drills, extra shooting drills. I think it paid off. We shot very well today. The first game with Quabbin was a big battle. We only won by 2 points. So I know it was going to be a tough game. It's a good game,
Well, yeah, we were familiar with them, and the first game we played them, it was more of like a drag-out fight than it was a basketball game. We only scored 35 points, and we won the game. So coming in, we knew our offense is going to have to step up more. our defense is always there. So, I don't know, we just decided to concentrate more on offense and shooting the ball and execution, and it paid off.
Past couple games we come out slow. We haven't been scoring a lot in the first half, so we knew we needed to come out, score a lot of points. We came on a fast run. They took control a little bit in the beginning of the second half, but we took control again and just pulled away at the end.
Now here we go. Groton Dunstable, Westboro in the other large school semifinal. Westboro's Brendan McCabe. Smooth stroke from the baseline. He had a huge game with 13 points and 7 boards. Groton Dunstable answering. Mike Galvin on the rebound, 10 rebounds, 5 points for him. Dan Brady, he played like Billy the Kid Harrion all tournament long with the layup. The governor, Eric Salucci, the steal. He'll go coast to coast for the lay-in. More Westboro. McCabe rebounding his own miss. Pretty reverse layup for a pair. Groton Dunstable hanging around. Nick Tornaritis with the 3. He had 11 points. Westboro with some textbook passing that would make the Celtics proud. Brady finishes. And now we move to the second half. Brian Slater, baseline drive, reverse lay-in. Westboro has so many weapons. Groton Dunstable working the alley-oop. Toomey had 23. Mike Van Dam, though, the hoop and the harm. Westboro wins 71-59.
We got into a running match with them. They didn't think we could run with them. We stuck it to them on the offensive end. Played pretty good defense. Just to build up to Saturday. Hopes we can win the championship on Saturday.
I was just very happy. I think we played as a team. We came out strong right from the start, and we just did what we had to do. I mean, there's not too much more to say.
We saw them play. We saw what they had, and we knew that we could match up. We knew that, Coach has been saying they're a great running team. They're going to run all over everyone. But we ran right with them. That's our type of game, too. So, I mean, we went and played, and we just won tonight. And it's a great win because we're the first team to beat them.
All right, so we're through the semis. Up next is the finals. And the feel-good story of the tournament, the Westboro Rangers and head coach Dick LeDuc in his 34th and final season. Would he walk away with championship hardware? We'll find out coming up as our Central Match champions salute to the Clark tournament continues. Small school finals. It is Nipmuc and #1 seed Bromfield. Little defense to start everything right off. Pat Makradakis on the drive. David Strickland says, get that out of here. Nipmuc working the outside game then. It's Alex Hayes draining the 3, and the Warriors up early 10-2. More Nipmuc. Chris Hadfield to Jason Talbot. Talbot had 4 points and 6 rebounds. Bromfield coming back. Jeff Harrisamowicz with the field goal ending Nipmuc's run. But Nipmuc answering again. Hadfield, fast break, great look to Makradakis for the layup. Harrisamowicz on the drive and dish to Ethan Robert for the layup. And then it is Craig Harrisamowicz, Jeff's brother, to Rob Nicewitz for the 3, cutting Nipmuc's lead to 3 at 16-13. And then who else but David Butterfield, starting to exert himself down low. Collects the loose ball, the hoop, and he's fouled. He had 18 points and 16 rebounds. Butterfield again, tipping in the miss. Bromfield ties it up to 20. And we've got more Butterfield. The hoop counts, and he's fouled. Bromfield takes a 23-20 lead. Brendan Noonan to Harrisamowicz on the baseline, and Bromfield's hitting on all cylinders. Alex Hayes answering for the Warriors with a deep 3. He had 13 points. Bromfield with some good ball movement. David Strickland finishing it off. More Bromfield. Noonan with the 3 from the corner. And the Trojans are up 40-26. Then Jack Mahoney with the drive, keeping Nipmuc within 10 points on a little pull-up 3-footer. Against the press, Noonan to Bob West. Bromfield wins the championship 55-44.
Well, I think it was a lot of pressure to come in and be the team to beat, but I think we handled it well, and I think that, I don't know, we're a good team, and it's good to have a championship on the board. It's my senior year. I wanted to get a banner up in our high school, and we did, so I'm happy with how we played.
We haven't had much success here in the last tournaments. I think the last one was 1989, but
It's really a great feeling. We worked hard the whole tournament. Number 1 seed, we came out, we played hard. We had good competition that we haven't had in the rest of the season, and I don't know, it was fun.
I give Nipmuc all the credit in the world. They were ready to play, and they hit us with that big run at the beginning of the game. But we've got a veteran club, and we know how to come back and play the way we're supposed to, and that's what we did.
We got off to a really good start. Hit a couple key threes in the beginning, and we had a good run going, but we couldn't keep it up.
And obviously, you knock off a number 3 seed, you knock off a number 2 seed, you start to get a little confidence behind you. You feel like you can do anything. And, the way we came out, it felt like we could do anything. It felt like we maybe, knock off the number 1 seed, be the Cinderella story. But, it was a good run. It felt good, obviously. You want to be here, but you don't want to lose,
Large school final, 2 neighbors getting after it, Algonquin and Westboro. Westboro, of course, the feel-good story with head coach Dick LeDuc in his 34th and final season. Caleb Skoglund for Algonquin starting off the scoring. Then it's Dan Brady. Lights out. Brady hits the 3. He had 22 points and 11 rebounds. Eric Salucci ahead to Brian Slater, and the Rangers are up 7-3 early. Algonquin answering back with their score. Tim Kennedy. That's a nice shot over Quincy Nunnally. Brett Berberian. No. Big block. Tim Kennedy. Tough shot in the lane with a defender in his face. Ties the game up at 7. Dan Brady's going to untie it. Off balance 3. Nothing but net. And then it's Brian Slater spotting up and hitting the 3. He had 8 points. The seesaw affair continuing though. Algonquin coming right back. DJ Corbett to Dylan Grams. Then it's Nunnally with a good look to Brendan McCabe, and Westboro is up by 11. Dan Simon, the captain, finding Charlie Cooper, Super Coop with the 3. He had 8 points. And Algonquin wants more. Kennedy, pull-up jumper. The T-Hawks are within 4. Kennedy had 10 points. Then it's Slater for 3. That starts off the second half good for the Tomahawks. But Westboro comes back. Salucci calmly draining a 3 of his own, and Westboro regains the lead. Frank Dooley for Algonquin wants his team to turn up the heat. Instead, it's Westboro. Brady tying the game up. Then Zach Gould in amongst the trees. Little up fake, goes up over 2 defenders for 2, but Westboro doesn't even let him breathe, and this is the true mark of a champion. They come right back. Slater hits the 3. Then it's Salucci taking it all the way in. He had 11 points and 5 rebounds. More Dan Brady. Straight away, 3. Bingo. DJ Corbett keeping his team in it as he has done all year long with the outside shooting. Hits a 3, 9 for Corbett. Westboro, Mike Van Dam finishing things off. He has the layup there. Van Dam with another layup at the buzzer. Westboro wins it 58-47. So congratulations to all the teams. Thank you to all the members of the Clark Tournament Committee, and thank you for watching. Good night, everyone.